This gets us into this term manifestation, which is often misunderstood, I have to say, John. And I'm going to do the extreme one. And when The Secret came out, which you're heavily involved in, this was one of the things that people spoke about. They spoke about, I'm going to have a vision of a $1 million check appearing in my letterbox, and I'm going to dream about that until it happens. And of course, it never happens, right? So that's where some of the kind of misperceptions and all misconceptions come with all of this. Tell us about how vision, like the getting to know your values and purpose, and that vision, how it turns into action and then turns into reality. Talk us through that.
Yeah, I had you said it right on the money there. I had a lovely girl come up to me, probably 2008, within a year or two of The Secret coming out. And she says, Dr. Demartini, I've watched the movie 20 times. I've read the book 6 times. And every day I go out into my mailbox and I still don't get $1 million check. What am I doing wrong? What step am I missing? I thought, well, then don't expect a mailbox unless you got an uncle or an aunt that's about to die or something, or you've done something extraordinary to inspire somebody who's wealthy that give you some money. It's not likely. You deal with probabilities. So I always tell them the secret behind the secret, left out of the secret, is don't waste your time on something that's not truly integral to what you value most in the pursuit. And don't set up fantasies. A fantasy comes in 2 basic forms. A fantasy of getting a one-sided world. It's like being in a relationship. If I walk up to a beautiful girl and I said, look, my expectation on you is to be nice, never mean, kind, never cruel, positive, never negative, peaceful, never wrathful, giving, never taking, generous, never stingy, that's a bit of a delusion. You're expecting a one-sided world. Life has 2 sides, like a magnet. So if you expect a one-sided world, which the amygdala does because it wants to avoid predator and seek prey and avoid challenge and seek support, and becomes dependent on it, like dependencies in drugs. If you want a one-sided world, you're going to have a fantasy, and you're going to create a nightmare out of your life in the pursuit of it. Because the nightmare is coming in to break your addiction to the fantasy, to put you in truth and in pursuit of a real objective. An objective is neutral and balanced and is embracing both sides of life in the pursuit of. If I say to you, sometimes you're nice, sometimes you're mean, sometimes you're kind, sometimes you're cruel, the individual will say, yes, that's true. If I embrace you for both sides, a balanced orientation, I now have a real objective. So pursuing a real objective and not a fantasy, and pursuing something that is truly meaningful, that is truly high on your value, that you intrinsically have a yearning to want to go and spontaneously act toward, and you act on doing high priority actions that strategically give you the probability of getting an outcome, you have the right, if you're patient and perseverant enough, to get there.
The majority of people that listen to this show, John, are leading teams, and they're leading teams that they want to be high performance teams. How do we bring this manifestation concept into a group environment?
Every human being lives by a set of priorities, their own unique values. And if they can fulfill their values, they're engaged and they do great work. So if you're doing what you really live to do, you feel the company you work for is kind of like your company. It's not that company you work for in third person, it's first person. So the first thing to do is to honor the team by caring enough about the team members to identify what they value and master the skill of communicating what you would love to see manifest in terms of their unique values. If you do and you show respect, you have a higher probability of sustainable, fair exchange with them, and they feel like they want to contribute to you as much as you feel they feel you're contributing to them. So caring enough to do that and helping them make the link between what you're asking and their highest values, because it's knowing how to ask quality questions. If we ask questions, how is doing the job that I'm doing helping me fulfill what's most meaningful? If I don't see it, I'm disengaged and I hate my job and I want out and I want to live for a break and live for a vacation and live for a retirement. And I have Monday morning blues and Wednesday hump days and thank God it's Fridays and week friggin' ends. But the second I can see how it's helping me get what I want, I'm going to work because I'm getting what I want, not because I've got a job and I've got a duty. I'm living now by design. So caring enough to help them see that so they're fully engaged towards the objective, taking the primary objective and mission and vision of the company and finding out how that is helping them fulfill their individual value, and taking the time to do that is gold mine. You automatically build a team by doing it because people want to fulfill their values. And if they see that being with that team is helping them fulfill their values, they're automatically ready for the team. If not, they're going to go into their amygdala. They're going to be unfulfilled. They're going to want to project their values onto other people. They're going to want to live in fantasies or one-sided outcomes of pleasure without pain because the amygdala is that way. And you're automatically going to get clash and clicks and distractions inside that group. You do it because now you got an inspiring team and you have less need for control because they have more engagement in their fulfillment.
Hey everyone, it's Mick Spiers from the Leadership Project, where we empower leaders with the knowledge and skills that they need to create amazing teams and amazing workspaces. If you're enjoying our content, please do remember to hit like, subscribe, and that little notification bell so that you can be notified of all of our future videos. In the meantime, please do take care, look out for each other, and join us on this journey as we learn together and lead together.